Because it's terrible, we only see women and children and men, civilians being massacred with weapons that France supplies. Here in France, there are 44 companies that manufacture weapons or components for the Israeli army. How is that possible? We are selling to a genocidal state.
What have we seen? On the one hand, Macron is belatedly recognizing Palestine, but he leaves.
Or who allows Israeli companies to sell their weapons? Who permits these boats to load up with weapons?
in the oppression, the apartheid system, and the ongoing genocide in Palestine. Macron, he authorized at the very last minute the presence of these Israeli exhibitors under the pretext that France was negotiating with Israel within the framework of the so-called ceasefire, and that the situation in Gaza had supposedly improved. But for them to take us, we know very well, we are very aware that what happened in Gaza, it started on October 7th, and it didn't stop in September. It didn't end with that ceasefire.
It is a slow-motion genocide that persists, which continues to afflict Israeli families, which continues to starve the Palestinian people in Gaza, which continues to colonize the West Bank, and the arms trade with Israel cannot continue under these circumstances.
Because it's terrible, we only see women and children and men, civilians being massacred with weapons that France supplies. Here in France, there are 44 companies that manufacture weapons or components for the Israeli army. How is that possible? We are selling to a genocidal state. That's why it's mind-boggling. I am French and I don't want this to happen in my name. Not in my name. So everywhere there will be the possibility, I will go say no. It's not in my name. Macron will have to render account. The Expo side, and all those who kept silent, all of them who kept silent, including in some municipalities where they remain silent. We are complicit in what's happening.
On the one hand, Macron is belatedly recognizing Palestine, but he leaves.
Or who allows Israeli companies to sell their weapons? Who permits these boats to load up with weapons? Who lets these planes load up with weapons? France keeps selling arms to Israel and other countries. That's not how we're going to get out of this situation.
Macron has an economic and political interest in maintaining good relations with Israel because France sells essential parts for Israeli weapons. France buys military equipment from Israel. There are cooperations and exchanges. Macron maintains good diplomatic as well as commercial and military relations with Israel.